And welcome back to MH76 Gaming. My name's Morgan and this is Prison Architect. Got this one way back in early access. Didn't really come back to it after it was released too much. So having a look at it now. So we'll see how we go. Let's give it a go. Okay, this is a tough one. There's a prisoner incarcerated at this facility who's been convicted of a double murder and sentenced to death. That's where we come in. We've been contracted to construct an execution chamber in time for the guy's big day. This is where I want the new facility to be built. The first step with any project like this is to construct the building itself with enough space inside to fit an execution room and a holding cell. So let's get started. Construct a new building here. Also need an entrance to the new execution facility. Build a large jail door into the south wall. Copy that, Chief. Now don't mind the the UI being massive because I've scaled that up so I can see better. Some of the text and the icons was a little small on my screen at the 4K resolution. I haven't put the door in yet, champ. Yep. So the workmen get the building materials from the storage. They'll use those materials to build the foundations and the framework, blah blah blah. It's the slowest part of the construction. Do you like the graphic style of it? Workers are coming in with their high vis, get things done. They pile their goods when they come out of the stock, and you can actually see what's left in each pile. Okay. Wants a cell and an execution room. Partition the space by constructing some brick walls. Materials. Brick wall. And we just drag that down where we want it. So this is the whole jail. Deliveries come in, garbage goes out. This is the entrance to the prison. Power, we got cells here, showers. Canteen, some more showers, kitchen, admin. Another cell block up here. And the good thing is you can actually go in and click on anyone at all. Okay. He's got a way to go. 37 years. I'll be in for a while. This place 4 years, he's almost out. Our workers are done there. Now add large jail doors. You can rotate by the placement by clicking the middle mouse button or pressing R. Objects. Large jail door, which is 2 spaces wide. Bang one there. Rotate around. Yes, the middle mouse does work as well. Good stuff. So these guys come down to storage, grab some doors. And if you click on him, so he's carrying a staff key, so he can open these doors. He's got a staff key as well, so those workers can all get into the doors where they need to go. Okay, that's looking good. Now we need to designate rooms within those spaces. Yep. Okay, rooms. The cell is in here. Execution room is in here. So yep, rooms have requirements before they become functional. The cell needs a bed and a toilet. The execution room requires the electric chair. Now if you mouse over these, it can show you exactly. So minimum size is also required for a cell. Needs to be enclosed, so you can't have the cell out in the middle of a field. And it needs to be inside. So if you just hover over any room type you've put down, if it doesn't meet any requirements, it'll let you know. Let's throw a toilet in. And let's get his bed in there as well. And let's throw the electric chair in. Oh, okay. That's all the objects we got thus far. So we got the different types of rooms. And it gives you a count of how many you've got when you're down at the bottom. So we've got 1 canteen, 1 delivery space, 2 storage areas, 1 garbage, 1 kitchen, 2 showers. So you can tell just looking in there what you need, or what you've already got and what you don't have, what you got a lot of. So these guys bringing the toilet and the bed from over here, they've just been delivered. In comes the bed. And Bob's your uncle. They now meet the requirements. CEO's calling again. That's the essentials taken care of, but there's still a few improvements you could make. It's up to you though, these aren't strictly required. It depends how much you care about your prisoners and their environment. The cell itself could be improved with an outward facing window and a small bookshelf. Facility would look better with a higher quality floor material like wooden floorboards or mosaic tiles. Outside you could add some lighting and a paved pathway. Okay, CEO. What, can I add those things or not? Edward Romsey, a teacher. It's not our place to decide if he deserves this. The law has made that decision. We're just here to do a job. Once you're satisfied with the facility is ready, you can begin the prisoner transfer to his new cell. Simply click on the Polaroid in his cell to initiate the transfer. Look, well, we might spruce his cell up a little bit. Not so much the cell, but the execution area we can... Actually, we might do the wooden floor. Oh, we'll go the mosaic tiles. I think he's already got the paving stone there. You can have a wooden floor in here. Okay, now so a window. And a bookshelf. Okay, so they're putting the floors in. You can see the wood pattern coming in. Let's put this paving out here. And we'll throw some lights down as well to light the way. Our little workers are doing their thing. Okay. So we got the tile in here, the mosaic tile. We got the wood in here. Some lights and a path. Well, that path is not fantastic. Still waiting on the bookshelf. Here comes our bookshelf. Thank you, workman. Okay. There's our execution chamber and holding cell. So now we've got to click on the Polaroid. It's the chief. Do. Away you go, Sonny. So the chief says, don't shed one tear for this guy. He's a stone cold killer, guilty as charged. He even confessed. Want to hear his description of what he did? Oh, look, I don't really, but do I have a choice? It's juicy stuff. It was around 11 p.m. The lights were already on. I knew she was home. And he's got the same bookshelf at home that he's got in his prison cell. That's handy for him. I knew I'd catch you two here. Edward. What are you going to do? Well, he's coming with a gun. That'll do it. Okay, he's got his cuffs on. Clear as day if you ask me. Deserves every volt he's gonna get. All men deserve forgiveness, says the priest, even him. Are you so sure in yourself that you can deal out such final judgment? Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Okay, yep, yeah. So the chief and the chief officer and the pastor, whatever you call him, the reverend, disagree, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so we need power for the electric chair and everything to work. We need to connect it to the electrical supply. Hey, probably would have been good to know about that earlier. Okay, this is utilities mode, which shows us the electrical wiring layout for the entire prison. Each building in the prison is connected to the power grid by these thick underground electrical cables. Power is provided to the prison by this substation, which draws electricity from the national grid. Good stuff. Okay, so we can see the little meter there, so it's cranking along between 1/2 and 2/3. Okay, everyone's out of their cells. Okay, the entire wing is without power. All the lights are out. To fix this problem, we first need to switch into utilities mode to understand why the lights are without power. Okay, so utilities mode. The nearest electrical cables are too far away. Our engineers can't complete the wiring for this area. Okay, so the main fat cable runs here. And then you got the little cables coming off to the things like lights and everything, but it's obviously got a radius around where it stops working. So we need to extend that along. Extend electric cables nearby to cover this wing of the prison. Okay, utilities mode. Electrical cable. Now we got to wait for the people to come and install it. Speed things up a bit. Here we go. Now you know what's cool? These little guys have got torchlight. Oh, they did have. Watch when this guy comes around the corner here in the dark. I'm sure he had a little flashlight. Oh, here you can see the little lights. Yep. Good stuff. Little attention to detail there. Back in utilities mode. Come on guys, let's get this juiced up. Now it's got a fairly wide reach, so I was thinking it might not need to go all the way to the end, but we've got one here that didn't quite make it. So let's go to there and just see if that gives it enough. Otherwise we're just going to have to come around the bend a little bit. Sorry to our workmen wasting their time. Make them come back again and do it. Finish it off. Bingo. CEO's calling again. Lights aren't the only thing that needs power. Yep. Connect the execution facility to the power grid. Electric chair itself is a special type of electrical item. It requires its own dedicated power line. Okay, so it's got to go directly onto the mains cables. What do we got? It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. If we go up or down. Electrical cable. And that's not gonna work. Or is it? No, we don't want that one. I hope that's right, because you can't seem to rotate these. So I hope they're smart enough to work out not to lay those all the wrong way. Unless I've missed a key or something that I'm meant to be holding, but R and the middle mouse, which rotated everything else around. Okay, so they join up when they're side by side, they flip around. Good stuff. Oops. can go back into utilities mode. Okay, so that shows us even more stuff. It must just be the basics. These guys are working hard. Let's get speed up a little bit. Yep, so the corner's put in a little junction there, four-way junction. So we can keep going the other way or go up north the opposite way. Okay, 2 bits left. One bit left. Go champion. There you go. We're almost done, I think. We should test the new execution room at least once before we try to use it though. I'm just going to turn on for a few seconds to make sure everything is okay. Okay, everything's not okay. Looks like we drew too much power and tripped a circuit breaker in the power station. The whole prison is dark. We're going to need more juice to be able to handle the power spike that the electric chair generates. First we need to turn the power back on. There's a 2-step process. Switch the power station back on by clicking on it and selecting Switch On in the menu that appears. Then build 3 more capacitors so we have enough power capacity to handle the electric chair. Once you've done that, test the electric chair again by clicking on it and selecting Switch On in the menu. Okay, power station. Switch on. And we're going to need some capacitors. 3 more. Oh, they've got to go on the sides, do they? Not sure why that one's there. Anyway. 1, 2, 3. $1,000 per capacitor. Here come our workers now. 3 workers, 1 each. Now let's keep an eye on our power usage in that little red bar. Okay, so that'll let us handle more load because it's lowered the load that we've got coming out of the draw on the power station. Let's test the chair again. How do I get out of that? Switch on. Fantastic. Believe we are finished with this job. What happens now is out of our hands. We did a professional job, and that's important in our business. Try not to worry about what happens next. It's time for some barbecue. So this is our killer, the gunman himself. He's coming to the church. This is a flashback, obviously. He's gone up to the priest. So this is the events, I guess, from the priest side of it after we saw the events from the chief's point of view. He says, "Can I help you?" Old Edward's a bit covered in blood splatters, holding his wife's necklace. Priest pats him on the head. "Are you looking for forgiveness?" "I don't know. I have to do something. I can't live with the things I've done." "Okay, you have to turn yourself in, whatever you've done. Cannot evade the consequences. You'll never be able to live with yourself until you face up to your past. He said, but says, I want to go back. I want to forgive her. I want her to forgive me. Yeah. God will forgive you no matter what you have done if you ask him to. But you must answer for your crimes in the eyes of the law. There is no other way. Yep. God might forgive you, but the law did not. It is time, Edward. You've done the right thing, even though this world will not forgive you for it. You'll be with God soon. He will have the final judgment on you. And he goes over our nice new mosaic tile floors. Do 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 do. Prisoners outside, just going about their day. Excuse me. So taking their time. I'm meant to be clicking anything? Nope. Here comes the dude with the switch. Gives him a zap. Edward Romsey, you have been found guilty of 2 counts of murder in the 1st degree. Penalty is death. Do you have anything to say? Susan, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, bit late to be sorry once you've shot her in the head. And then there was White. Walk into the light, Edward. Yep. Okay, we might actually pause this one here. Yep. Hang on. Whoop. Yeah, might actually call this one here. Just doing a quick intro into this one. We'll be back for some more Prison Architect to see what the heck's going on with this fire. So if you want to see more of the campaign, stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching. You can follow us live at twitch.tv/mh76gaming. You can also follow at Twitter at mh76gaming to be notified before we go live. And you can also check out YouTube. Just search mh76gaming for 1080p's of the streams. And they'll be sorted into playlists per game there, so it makes it easy to find things that you're looking for. Thanks for watching, thanks for your time, and we'll catch you for the next one when we work out this fire. See ya.